Hi everybody, this is Father Warner D'Souza and we are in the Tuesday of the 9th week in Ordinary Time. The text today is Mark chapter 12 verses 13 to 17. Lather and shave, that's what the late Father Larry Pereira, my former parish priest, often called the method employed by some to obscure the knives that were drawn out before the kill. Disarm the victim with flummery, and when the unsuspecting victim finds comfort in the barber's chair, simply pull out the razor. Flummery the Jewish authorities did apply, although futilely with Jesus. If Jesus did not fall for their wily ways of Satan's tempestuous offer, he most certainly would not fall for the puffery of the Pharisees and the Herodians. So when they approached him, heaping certificates of character like, "You are a sincere man," or "You show no deference to anyone," or "You teach the ways of God in accordance with truth," it had no effect on Jesus. Jesus confronts their hypocrisy. Why, he asked them, are you putting me to the test? They thought that they had an ingenious plan. Butter him up like a croissant before posing a seemingly unanswerable query. But they tried their luck and they failed. You see, politics makes strange bedfellows. The Herodians could barely stand the Pharisees. The former were politicians aligned to King Herod and by extension to the hated Romans, while the latter were religious lawmakers. Independently, they had their knives drawn at each other's throats, but together they struck a deal to lock Jesus in the horns of a dilemma. Should Jesus consent to paying the hated poll tax, or should he not? You see, there were three taxes that were imposed by the Romans on Judea. The first one was a ground tax, which was 10% of all grain and 20% of all wine and fruit. The second was the income tax, which amounted to about 1% of a man's income. And the third was a poll tax paid by men aged between 12 to 65 and women between 14 and 65. This was 1 denarius a year, about a day's wage for any laborer. To deny the paying of the tax would make Jesus an enemy of the state. To approve of it would make him a traitor in the eyes of the Jewish people. If I may use some artistic license, Jesus' response could have well been, "Show me the money." And show him they did, with the image of the Emperor Tiberius. And herein was the solution for Jesus. You see, the coin had the image of the emperor with the idolatrous inscription saying that Caesar was the son of God. Now, Augustus Tiberius had simply taken on the title of divinity, which made him even more hated in the eyes of the Jews. Why then would a Jew not want to render or give back what belonged to Caesar? Why keep that which was a symbol of oppression? Jesus was not opposed to paying taxes, and neither should we. In Matthew chapter 17 verse 24 to 27, he instructs Simon to pay tax so as to not give offense, even though sons should be exempt. Yet in allowing them to pay the tax, he challenges his audience to be as exact in serving God as they are serving Caesar. If you like these reflections, please subscribe to this channel, or you could go and read the text form in my blog, pottypadre.com.